Alright boys, we're back again with another video today, and today we gonna be talking about obviously this Jinhsi Yanu team. There's a better way to play it, and obviously I gotta put y'all on game since I'm been put on game. Now if you guys seen in my last video, I made a video on it a couple days ago, and somebody was nice enough in the comments to tell me that obviously I'm playing it wrong. Dumbass, you're playing it wrong. Play it right. Do this. It's better. And this is obviously exactly what he said word for word. I'm not like exaggerating at all, obviously. But yeah, but all jokes aside, bros put me on game, and if you guys, even in a previous video's background, I was doing it, that new rotation on game. So without further ado, let's get right into how it is played and what you're gonna want to be doing. So before we even get it too deep into the rotations, let's just take a look at all our characters. And one of the new things that you're gonna be noticing is Yanu is running the support set in this team. This is gonna make the rotation a lot better, because before in the previous rotation I wasn't able to get impermanence Heron and stuff like that like off effectively, and it was very bad for the rotation. It felt a little bit ass. Now with this one you're able to get it off very easily because Verina's running it, and the rotation is going to feel literally smooth as butter. Now Yanu can literally be level 1 and this will still work. Nothing has changed there. I would recommend getting to this right here, because this gives him an extra range on his pillar and will allow him to auto cast it once or twice, you know what I mean? It's pretty goddamn good. I'd 100% recommend getting this. As you can see, nothing needs to be leveled up. Yanu can literally be level 1 and this will work. But obviously, for comfort sakes and everything, I would recommend getting him up, because you make him a little bit tankier and everything. Now you guys are wondering, how are you able to use the healing set on Yanu? That's because you run these blue weapons right here. And yes, I said blue. Everybody should have this. So nobody has an excuse not to be able to run this team in this playstyle. So you use these blue weapons, and it literally says when dealing basic attack damage, heal 1.1 of the resonator's max HP. Now this will allow the healing bonus. This will allow this healing echo set to proc, which obviously gives the party a lot of damage. That being said, Verina is going to be on the Moonlit Cloud set, so same old, nothing really changes here. You just use the Moonlit Cloud set on her instead of the healing one. And you can see these characters are not invested into at all. I'll just go through them all one more time just so you can see all their investment. This is my Jinhsi. As you can see, nothing too crazy at all. She's chilling on a 51 over 140. Pretty goddamn bad. As you can see, this is the weapon we're using. Not even her top 3 best weapon. This is just to prove a point. That is really good. I do have this one, but I'm not running it currently because my Calcharo is using it. You can see what we're looking like right now. It's pretty goddamn pathetic. I do have her skills up to at least 8. I got like 1 of the crit rate ascensions. I do have both her inherent skills, obviously. No constellations because we're trying to get her weapon right now. As for Yanwu, let's go take a look at my boy. You can see he's level 7. Nothing. He's just here to look clean as shit. Alright, he is absolutely shit all, as you can see. Now let's go take a look at our friendly neighborhood Verina. Broken character that's in every goddamn team, as you can see. Just basic shit for Verina. The only thing that changes is that she's running the Moonlit Cloud now. You can see that's what she's looking like. And I do have her C1, but all this does is it gives you a little bit more healing to your on-field character. It doesn't really do anything special. I will say, if you have Yanu C4 and you struggle with survivability, you can like throw in his ultimate in this rotation. Like you get on him, drop his pillar, basic attack, and use his ultimate just to get that nice little shield to everybody on your team, right? So that's something you could consider if you have his thing up. If you have his Constellation 4 or Sequence 4. I don't, so I don't do that. Now let's talk about the rotation. So it's pretty much one rotation, but the thing is the first part of it will change a slight bit. So with Jinhsi, she has this buff called Unison after you use her skill and stuff, and what that allows you to do is basically get a cheat outro in once every 25 seconds. It will allow you to do an outro even if your forte bar isn't full, and obviously that allows Yanu to get on field, and when Yanu gets that buff from her, I think it's called Errors of Unity, you'll be able to stack up Jinhsi's stuff a lot quicker. So the first rotation, I'm going to explain it to y'all real quick, and then it's going to make a lot more sense, and you're going to realize how easy it is that the first rotation pretty much just it flows really well, and it's pretty much like it's basically the same thing as the second one. The only thing is you don't start with your outro up. So to get your outro up, you're going to want to use that Unity buff. So what you're going to want to do is you go on Yanu pillar, and then you immediately go to Jinhsi, just do everything on her real quick, get to her skill, and when you use her skill and everything, it will give you the Unity buff. And now with that buff, obviously remember your forte down bottom, don't pay attention to your forte gauge, pay attention to like your characters on the right side. That will let you know when you're allowed to swap, and as soon as it allows you to swap, then you just go to Yanwu, back to Yanwu, auto attack, use your bell, and then immediately go to Verena. You do not need Yanwu's outro. This is what makes this rotation so amazing, because Yanwu's outro is not needed. Now you go to Verena, and remember, you can't do this Verena short like 2-second combo, because it won't work, because you need an outro skill for Verena to get her outro up instantly. So what you want to do is you just go to Verena, do everything on her, obviously get her outro up how you will. You're going to want to use your Impermanence Heron when her outro is up, and immediately go to Jinhsi. You're going to throw out her Echo, and then use her skill, do everything on Jinhsi. And now that is the entire rotation. Now you're just going back through it. You want now with Jinhsi, when you're done her rotation, obviously you use your skill and your Echo. Her outro will be full. Back to Yanwu, Pillar, Auto, Bell, Verena, do everything. Back to Heron, back to Jinhsi. And it is that simple. You're going to just be repeating that process every single time. Now remember, I said if you have a whatever with C4 or sequence 4 with Yanwu, you can like tap his ultimate at the end of his rotation. If you need the shielding, I wouldn't recommend it. He doesn't do a lot of damage. It takes a little bit extra time, but that is something you could consider if you need extra survivability. So you do all that, and then yeah, that's pretty much the entire rotation. Now that's gonna be it. I will showcase it on something in the Tower of Adversity for you guys, and yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out, boys.
Bye.